Right, go on then, let's go for it.
Hello, I'm Nik Turner. I play the saxophone in this Hawklords band, which I'm doing a gig with tonight at the O2 Academy in Islington. But I'm also playing in several other bands, in fact.
Several others?
Several other bands.
Oh, sir, can you name them?
One of them is the Space Ritual, which I'm doing this interview for. With regard to playing at the garage in
Can you remember the date?
what's it called? In Holloway. Is it in Holloway Road?
Holloway Road.
In Holloway Road. In Holloway Road on the 19th. On the 19th.
Saturday, November 9th, 2022, Highbury Corner, Islington, live at the garage. And my arms are getting just about long enough so I can read it now. 9 PM to 4 AM, over 18s over here, £10 approximately, £12 on the door.
And what date
Wonderful!
is that?
That's November the 19th.
Do you want to say that date again?
November the 19th. That's after November the 18th.
Just before the 20th.
Oh,
Oh God, we look like it's an omen. Oh, the lights have gone.
another band I play in
Yeah.
is Inner City Unit. You may have heard of them.
Yay.
Iconic band.
Oh.
The Nik Turner Project Number 9, which is a band in which I play stuff from all the bands I've ever played in. So I play I play the whole Inner City Unit catalogue.
Yeah.
I play the whole Space Ritual catalogue. I play all of the Hawkwind catalogue that I want to play.
Yeah.
I play all of the Nik Turner's Fantastic All Stars catalogue, which is all jazzy dance music.
Yeah.
Miles Davis and people like
Wicked.
that.
Yeah.
As well as lots of other sort of jazz and lots of funk, a lot of Maceo Parker stuff I play in that.
Nice. Fucking excellent.
Yeah, it's all a load of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I've got a huge repertoire of material.
Yeah.
And I've got a band that can play it all. So,
Oh, wicked.
so we can play anything
Yeah.
at the drop of a hat. We've got a lot of really wacky rock and roll as well.
Yeah.
It's
Where'd you
really
get your band
fun.
from?
I live in West Wales and
Oh,
it's
fair
all
enough.
local musicians. They're the best guys in the area type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's simple.
nice. Yeah,
Keeping
simple,
it simple.
easy.
And then I've got another band which is called Outriders of Apocalypse, and the music is based upon Spanish classical music, and it's all about Mayan mythology.
Yeah.
And the end of the fifth sun, which is happening on the winter solstice of 2012.
Okay.
That's when the fifth sun is supposed to end.
Yeah.
And there's a whole shift in consciousness, and where the Mayans say that the Mayan civilization will rise again then.
Yeah.
But they also say that Western civilization will slide into the sea.
Yeah.
These are Mayan predictions that are very old.
Because that's when the calendar finishes, isn't it?
What?
The Mayan calendar ends that date.
Yeah. That's the fifth sun that's
yeah.
ending actually. So they reckon there's going to be a sixth sun.
Yeah.
But they reckon there's going to be a shift in consciousness so that people will become... I mean, I'm reading a book at the moment by a guy called Jose Aguilas, where he says that humanity originated in Arcturus, which is a galaxy a long way away.
Yeah.
And the Arcturians, they colonized Mars and Venus and Earth.
Yeah.
So, but
See, I believe in this quite a
What?
bit. I believe in this quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. And they also say that we are creatures of the third dimension.
Yeah.
So we're only third dimensional creatures.
Yeah.
The next dimension will be the fourth dimension, which will bring us into telepathy
Okay.
and lack of a lot and make us very unmaterialistic.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if everybody can read everybody else's thoughts, then you've got no secrets.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
You can't be materialistic.
Well, you can try. Yeah.
I know where his drugs are.
Yeah. Oh my God. Get him out. Get him out. Get his stash. Yeah, because I believe in the power of thought. It's the fastest motion.
Yeah.
It's faster than the speed of light. So is that where it's going as well?
So that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they also say that there's actually 13 dimensions.
13.
So yeah, so there's all these other dimensions of of awareness and consciousness.
Yeah.
I think the fourth dimension is, I mean, what they're trying to do is to get people to get rid of this death fear.
Yeah.
So that people aren't afraid of death anymore.
Yeah.
Death is part of life.
Yeah. Well, it is. You're not frightened of death, are you? Good. Don't
No,
you?
so the fifth dimension is, I believe, is death, is losing death fear. So we have telepathy in the fourth dimension, then the fifth dimension. But I mean, each dimension has got various different facets attached to it, and it's all about the people who are talking about these things have actually attained the 13th dimension, I believe. So they know a lot more than we do, really, and they're perceptive in a lot more different ways than we are. So that's what the Outriders of Apocalypse band is about.
Sweet.
And you can see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
As Nik Turner's Outriders of Apocalypse at the Alchemy Festival.
Okay.
You can also see it on my website, nikturner.com.
Oh, you people out there, go and look at that. You don't, you stupid.
And the music is based really on Spanish classical music. Because I mean, I'll talk about this subject because I'm interested in it at the moment. But I have the theory that the Toltecs originated from Africa.
Yeah.
And because they have, somebody gave me a book today, which has got photographs of Toltecs. They have got African features, but they're giants as well. There's all these huge heads that some between 7 and 10 foot diameter, which they found in South America, which are reputed to be, I don't know, I think 10,000 years old.
Yeah, what they made of? Are they not
Stone.
They're stone.
Basalt. Basalt. I don't know what.
Okay. Do you know whereabouts in South America they were found?
No, I'm not quite sure.
Wasn't Mexico, was it?
Maybe this book will have some
Yeah.
or Arab music.
Yeah.
Arab influenced music as well.
Are you bringing this through in the band then, the music of it?
Hmm?
Are you bringing it through the music of it into the band as well?
Yeah, I'm actually writing a lot of music based on Spanish classical music.
Nice.
And I can't find a picture.
How far back does it go?
And the music is actually delivered a bit like Miles Davis's Bitches Brew.
Okay.
That's the style of the it is a Toltec head.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's an Olmec head. But I spent time in Egypt as well. I recorded flute music inside the Great Pyramid, and I turned that into an album some time ago. Yeah.
Wow.
The Sphinx Exiting Today.
Which pyramid was that in there?
That was quite awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pictures of stuff in the pyramid here.
Oh, wicked.
Great Pyramid.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which pyramid did you record the flute stuff in?
The pyramid of Khafre, the Great Pyramid. I don't know what you think it's Khafre, is it, or I can't remember what the guy's making a lot of them. I read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and I based my music and my whole concept around the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And then I took a lot of quotations from the Egyptian Book of the Dead and used them for lyrics, for songs.
Really?
So I actually had an album which was based upon the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Really?
And all the lyrics and the music was recorded inside the pyramid.
Nice.
And I used a lot of these images in this Outriders of Apocalypse. I bring in, I've used the mask of Anubis, who's a dog-headed guy.
Nice.
I used that as in the film, or in the show.
In the show.
Yeah, and also had, I sort of try and draw in as many mythologies as I can. I've got references from Celtic mythology and Teutonic mythology, with references to the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
I had the Grail maidens carrying the Grail relics across the stage, which were the Holy Grail and the spear that pierced the side of Christ.
Yeah.
And so these were the
wicked. You had them on the stage.
I'd like to talk to you about the space ritual in the scheme that my friend David's putting on.
Yeah, carry on.
It will be an awesome show.
Yeah, it sounds it, definitely. The garage. On the 19th, I believe that was. DJ Vodka. That's DJ Vodka. Say hi. Thanks, that'll do. Back to the start. So what else do you want to tell us about this?
About the show.
Yeah.
I mean, the show is going to be as awesome as the Space Ritual is. I mean, we have a great following, and the people are very dedicated fans, and they love it. And they come to be healed we heal people in there.
To be healed?
Shows, yeah.
Nice.
We've got a healing thing going.
Really?
Yeah.
What, do you lay
It's
hands
a
on?
communication, yeah. I do lay hands on people.
Do ya?
If they want me to, yeah.
Really?
I've got several
Wicked.
people that come for the healing.
Oh,
They
nice.
come to me afterwards and say, that was fantastic, I feel so much better now.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
you know, and they think it's what we do.
excellent.
Try to...
Sounds great. Do you get any young women coming to be healed? Lay your
young
hands on
ladies
me.
that like me to put my hands on them. As well as young men.
Really? I can believe that. Definitely. Especially if you...
I will accept all comers.
Oh, you've heard that, people. Come and be touched.
I like to try and think that is what we do. You know,
Yeah.
that we actually we have a lot of healing going on.
Yeah.
And people raise people's consciousness and their awareness, and raise their sort of their spirits and get them having a good time.
Yeah.
And that way you get them to feel better, so they
Yeah.
heal themselves really.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
just,
Talking back and talking about himself. He does it so well.
it's the only thing I can find that's interesting to talk about.
Oh, not really.
That's not true at all. I like to talk about other people.
Yeah.
Who should I talk about?
Who do you want to talk about? Do you want to bitch anyone off?
Yeah, I don't like David Cameron very much.
Oh, don't you? Yeah. I can see where you're going with that, actually. Anyone you'd be able to be lovely to.
I mustn't sort of promote my secret political not ambitions.
Yeah, back to the music. Leave the politics alone.
Oh yeah, I could talk about the Space Ritual actually.
Yeah.
I'm in the band, and I recorded an album with the band, and I actually wrote most of the songs, and the songs were mostly songs which I'd been working on for some time, and they were based upon Celtic mythology. Here again, you know,
Again.
and magic, and
Yeah.
sort of traditional stories as well.
Yeah.
There's characters in Celtic mythology. There's one called Elfin, who's a mythological prince of David, and he's the patron of this wizard whose name is Taliesin, and Taliesin is like Merlin.
Yeah.
Well, he probably is Merlin. It's the same person, but then Taliesin and Elfin and several other people, they think they'll go and steal the treasure from the king of the underworld. So that's what they do. They
Really?
go to try to steal the treasure, but they get caught,
Yeah.
and then they're imprisoned in these revolving castles.
Revolving castles.
Yeah. This is all in
Yeah.
Celtic mythology.
Okay.
There's a lot of stories based around it, and a lot of ancient writings which people like Robert Graves have sort of elaborated upon, and I've used some of his references for songs, sort of references of writing about sort of mythological adventure, but interspersing it with lines out of Raymond Chandler novels. Have you read Raymond Chandler?
A little bit. Yeah. Nice mix.
Sort of Los Angeles, Hollywood thug talk. You know?
Yeah. Sweet. That's a wicked mix. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah.
Stuff like that, really.
You've always got to have a Hollywood gangster in there. Definitely.
Spice it up a bit.
Yeah, too right. Oh, wicked.
Yeah, I try to mix. I mean, basically, what I try to do is to mix science fiction with mythology.
Yeah.
Which is not a new sort of concept. You know, Michael Moorcock does it a lot.
Yeah.
He sort of takes a lot of mythological stories and then just sort of hijacks the characters and has them as part of his sort of his sort of book sort of his armory of characters.
Yeah.
I mean, have you read much Michael Moorcock?
Not really. Not too much.
A lot of his books are. I mean, they're all, many of them are based on traditional mythology, mythological stories.
Yeah.
They're quite interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of them are based on Celtic stories. You know, there's a character with a magic hand that can stretch for miles, and he can pick things up or fight people or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. There's a silver hand. There's a new adder with a silver hand.
Yeah.
and there's another one called Borag or somebody, I think it's called Borag, and he's got this eye that he keeps covered up, and when he uncovers it, everybody he looks at turns to stone. So they're quite interesting, you know. These are sort of, this is what Mike Moorcock uses as certain of his characters.
Yeah.
And there's the Hawk Moon is another character, and they're all got, you know, they're all sort of based in mythology.
Yeah.
So they're quite interesting.
Yeah.
So that's what I do as well, to some degree.
Lots of people get on
But I don't lean on Mike Moorcock's images.
No.
I just
stick with more
do my own
mythology.
things and have my own ideas, you know.
Excellent. Nice.
So that's what a lot of the space ritual is about.
Okay.
It's about mythology and science fiction and you know, other ways and ancient civilizations and extraterrestrial interventions and stuff like that. So it's and it's about healing as well.
Yeah. Always got to have healing. Wow. So have you been into this for ages then, since Hawkwind days? Have you been into all this since Hawkwind days?
Yeah, I was in it when I was in Hawkwind.
Yeah.
Some of the songs I wrote were based around that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
When I was with Hawkwind.
Yeah. Did you go down the pagan path at all?
I have been to some degree. I play at pagan festivals.
Yeah.
I'm very much a pagan.
Yeah.
In my sort of ideologies, and I have a lot of friends who are witches, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very much into all sorts of religions, really.
Yeah.
I'm very much into mythology and all religion, and world religion, you know, which is like one God, which we all are.
Yeah.
We're all part of that one God. It's not some geezer up in the sky who's I have been powerful and quite impressed with a lot of sort of pagan witchcraft and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's all it's just quite common sense, really. You
is,
have ancient people who have nothing. All they have is the need to eat.
Yeah.
So they work out that how the stars work and the seasons work, and how the fertility works, and how they may continue their existence. I was brought up Catholic. When I was 4 years old, I went to convent, and I went to confession every week, communion every month. I never was confirmed, which is quite handy, really. Yeah. So I was brought up a Catholic, and from some sort of hypocritical sort of background where my grandmother wasn't a Catholic, she was a Protestant or Church of England, but she saw there was a Catholic school down the road that was giving free education, so she converted to Catholicism so that all her children could get a proper education.
Nice. What a woman. She did it for the right reasons.
So we're all Catholics, you know. And then when I got to know a little bit about what do I think about the Catholic religion? Well, I was brought up Catholic, but I erred quite early on because I was at a convent. I was there for about 2 years and going to confession and communion and stuff. And then when I left there, I went to a boys' school where I found it very convenient to be a Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to go to assembly. And I didn't have to go to religious instruction because the school was like a Church of England school.
Yeah.
And so I managed to get out of going to anything religious or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that was quite handy. And then but then I learnt about the Catholic Church and realised how corrupt they are, and how much damage they have done, and how lacking in love the whole church is, how it's all about money, really. The Catholic Church is obsessed with money and wealth and materialism.
Yeah.
So
but
I found as well that the Catholic Church, they hijacked the whole of the sort of pagan religion by sort of building churches on all the sacred sites. And hijacking all the sort of feast days, making them into religious Catholic feast days, which were all actually very traditional feast days. They were all the natural feast days of Beltane and Samhain and the equinoxes and all the times when the pagans would have ceremonies. The Catholics just sort of took those ceremonies over, and even like Halloween, which was almost just a couple of days' time. Halloween had been a fire festival, I mean, the Catholics then say, well, the day after Halloween is All Saints' Day. Well, that isn't true at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Halloween is All Hallows' Day.
Yeah.
When all the sort of spirits can go free
Yeah.
and have a party.
That's cool. Right, let's wind it up. Tell us a little bit more about what's happening in the garage, and then we can say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, the garage, yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be awesome. The garage will be fantastic. The Split Ritual is a really groovy band. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Please come.
Yeah.
Come and say hello to me. Get some healing.
All right, you heard the man himself. Thanks very much. And we'll see you all again soon. Make sure you're there.
Never wave.